Thanks for joining me this morning. Just got finished scarfing down some breakfast. Johnny made some cinnamon rolls, so I'm over here have my plate and my milk to go with it. So I'm getting set up. I was gonna get set up on my phone, but his has got a better picture quality, so we're on his phone. So I had mine about ready, and he goes and sets his up. So we're here at my house today. It's raining outside, so just staying here because we are gonna go out later today, feed the animals, and see if it quits raining. Probably do some work out there. So hopefully the weather's nice where you're at. Definitely hope tomorrow is gonna be sunny. It's raining there, so we had a really good storm last night.
And for 12 hours straight.
Yeah, it rained. I'm used to it. I love it. Oh, it's afternoon for you, huh? What time is it right there, DT? We had rain all night. Was expecting it yesterday while I was at work, but it didn't happen until on my way from work. It's noon. Oh wow. So we're almost 12 hours.
It's East
11,
Coast.
11 hours difference.
1 hour difference.
Oh. I'm thinking all the way across the country.
Drink your coffee.
You heard him. I'll shut up and drink my coffee. No, I'm just going to keep talking. So, I was hoping it would rain while I was at work, but it didn't. It rained that afternoon. So, on my way out yesterday, I got a project. Okay. Oh, I've been through there. Yeah, on my way on to vacation. Went through Georgia to go to Florida.
It's only 11 hours away.
Drove through, went through Georgia, went through Alabama, went through Florida. Well, of course, we went to Orlando, seen out that way. So definitely pretty countryside, even on the southeast coast of things. That was. I grew up towards East Arkansas, so excuse me. Like I said, I had breakfast, so and then having to talk. But yeah, been on that way. Is nice going through the time zone change. Definitely different, but haven't been on the west coast side. Of course, we're planning on going up to Colorado whenever things start thawing out and helping get his property ready to sell. That's near the diamond. It is. I've not been there. I've had a lot of people that have. Go. Can you see Max?
Max is back there trying to get cinnamon roll.
He's been begging me all morning for my food. Partly because I had ham to go with my cinnamon rolls. Somebody told me I was weird for that, but I also eat.
Everybody needs to leave a comment. If you watch this episode of this
Chatting
episode
with Carla.
of Chatting with Carla, you need to put in the comment section, eating ham on cinnamon rolls is disgusting.
You got to get your protein, and I got my carbs. Plus a little bit of sugar. I'm good to go. And I got my coffee.
White coffee. White coffee.
No, it's got just.
It's white. That's black coffee. That's some sugar white stuff.
Creamer. It's creamer. Look, you're shaking the camera. You're gonna lose my fans. A little bit of creamer. I like coffee, but I gotta cut the edge. Ha ha ha. You're a creamer fan too, huh?
No.
No. That's okay. I like a little bit of odd food. I made a sandwich the other day, a peanut butter sandwich that had salami and spinach on it. So my appetite is a little bit different.
It's like she's pregnant all the time. I have an old-fashioned type of diet. Eggs and bacon.
And biscuits and
black
gravy.
coffee.
Biscuits and gravy. If he's from Georgia, probably biscuits and brown gravy or chocolate gravy. Have you had chocolate gravy? That's something we grew up on. So, yeah. I know, it's just like pudding, but
So there's a couple of surprises Carla doesn't know about.
I don't know if you can do that on
What-
a Chatting with Carla episode.
One of them's in my pocket that she doesn't know about. And that was something I found yesterday while picking up.
Biscuits, sausage, egg, and cheese. Yes. You know, I found myself having to have a good sandwich the other day with some toast and eggs and bacon just on the go. Because I have to make my breakfast before work, so it's a good staple. I eat eggs. He doesn't. We've got the chickens
I eat
and
eggs
the
once in a
geese
while.
and the ducks, so I get a variety of eggs that he lets me have.
Okay, back to the surprise. So, while I was cleaning, I found old prehistoric, whatever it is. It's
Wow.
napped on both sides. So, old spearhead or something that I found on the homestead while picking up trash.
Oh yeah, that's got the side markings too. You can kind of see that.
Yep. So I found that. So that's one of the surprises.
Nice.
Second surprise, which I kind of told Carla, is on my property, a neighbor came over. Apparently, since I own so much land going back, my land actually jags different ways, which I had the map, I just never got it in my head that it actually jags all different ways. So it turns out the one whole side of my property, which is like over 5,000 feet because of the jags, is all fenced by the two neighbors. The two neighbors have fencing up. So that's all fenced. So eventually I'll be able to throw up fence around the whole perimeter, not have to deal with that, and I can let the horses and cows and bigger animals over because it's barbed wire fence. So we're gonna go today and we're gonna go explore. We're not gonna work today. See?
I
Big
can
surprise.
Look for morels and stuff.
And that was the
Oh my
third
gosh.
surprise that she's jumping on is I'm gonna take her down to the creek bed so she can do morel finding or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
So she's been wanting to do that. So they're the three surprises
What?
that she'll get to do that. And then maybe later this afternoon she might have a live stream showing if she finds anything.
Wish me luck.
Now,
Break a leg.
now it's back with Chatting with Carla. Johnny's out of here.
You just made my day. I am super excited about that. I am going to love going and hunting some morels. We've been exploring is considered work. I'm an adventurist. I love to hike. I love to get out there in nature. I love to just look. So it is work. I've pulled teeth on getting my kids to go out with me and hike and stuff. So it definitely is a different venture for people. Excuse me, my breakfast still. But my son, he loves to go out and explore. My daughter, not so much. She likes a straight path or to go swim. She's not, she'll get out in nature and go swim in the creeks, in the rivers with us. But as far as going hiking, you can bet she wants to stay home. She's got other things to do, and not necessarily just to play on the phone because she is at that age, but teenager. So, but that, we had went out. I think it was last weekend, cleaning up. I had came out after work and was gonna help. We were gonna help haul water, and then got sidetracked because there's a lot of stuff we got to pick up at the homestead, and got sidetracked doing that. So morel hunting is almost like that. Fix a machete holder on your boot and you'll be fine. Yep, we're pretty much got something. Well, there's snakes out there, so you can only imagine what we're prepared to run into. So it's not got a lot of weeds up high. Actually, I take that back. You're probably going to see that. So there's one area that I want to go by where it's kind of cold. There's cliffs over on the side, but it's grown up in a matter of weeks. It's grown up. So yeah, I used to clear paths whenever I was like 10 and 11. We had to get out in the field and clear paths because we had to put up fence when I was younger, which it wasn't near as particular as what we're doing. but we had, done that. Now, I've not been in the deep woods where you have to have that to clear out any kind of trees or sticks or anything like that. Usually I kind of navigate by myself, so I don't have to clear a path for anybody. Not more than just breaking a branch over, but yeah. So, but it is particular. Can I put links in here? I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Johnny because I'm not particular or up to date on what all you can do on YouTube without it getting told you can't do. Can somebody put links in the YouTube videos?
The comments? Yeah.
Yes. So Johnny says yes.
I don't regulate it.
Okay. Cool. So.
Be no different than the ones I delete that afterwards that leave the porn and all that type of stuff.
Oh, the spam and stuff. Yeah. So I guess that's okay. So yeah, add links definitely. So and yeah, if you guys hear me like asking questions or anything, add any kind of advice on certain things to go with, which I'll tell you about here in a second. But yeah, there's a lot of spots ready to go look at because we go watering the animals, and I have found different, just out of the couple of years that I've been hunting, the right type of land that you're looking at, the ground and the trees. So kind of eager to see that. Sharpening and fence. Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Thanks, DT. I'll do that. I'll definitely check it out. And I'm excited about the fence line. Whenever he told me that yesterday about exploring the property and with his neighbor, which I'm glad he did, because I know there's one road, and it was like, man, there's more property over on that side. I kind of had a feeling there was, but we've just been busy and haven't been out exploring. And so the fence line over there, that's like awesome that it's pinned up already. It's just barbed wire fencing, so I know we're going to have to get out there and make it to where some of these smaller animals are able to go over without having to worry about, goats getting in the neighbors. Of course, we'd probably find them. They'd eat their way to wherever they wanted to go, but we don't need anybody, thinking they got free goats running out there. Or the camels. The camels can't, but that's going to be more vegetation for the cows and the horses. So excited about that, even though, we're going to have to go back along and get the 6-foot fence and everything, so kind of excited. So but yeah, we had so he's using his phone. I started looking at my megapixels. I've been trying to post pictures of stuff on the page or Facebook, and have noticed my quality is not as good as I want it to be. So I'm really interested in started looking into getting a better quality camera, and one that will upload to social media. So, because old school, you'd print them out, or you could hook it up to a laptop and upload your stuff. But now today's technology has so much more internet access and ability to upload to social media. But he's using his phone because it's got better megapixels. So the pictures that I want to upload, I know I got to get one of the goats. That was nice to post, but tried to post one this morning and it's not coming through. I wanted to get pictures of the dogwoods, the generic GoPro cameras. Yeah, I actually do want to get a GoPro also to go with, because what we do, but then there's no Wi-Fi out at the homestead, and you have to get internet signal. Mine, I don't have a lot of internet signal because I don't pay for a hotspot or anything like that, which might invest into. But I want to get a GoPro because that would be neat to getting a bird's eye view of, or not a bird's eye view, but just that live feed of where we're at and what animals, we're walking around or whatever we're doing at the moment. Morel hunting. Definitely want to do that one, but his has got better megapixels on his, so he's turned on his camera. Looking into that though, there's some cameras that I had kind of done some research on, so the photos that I've been uploading are not near as, they're blurry, because I believe mine, I only have like a 8 megapixels. Me too, I'm behind. No pause. Good morning, Sarah. I watched my first video on your dog. Me too. I'm way behind on getting the GoPro for my. Oh! Downhill skateboarding. Yes. No pause. My son does skateboarding and he goes down the hills. We've got big hills.
Are we talking about running up hills again?
No, we were talking about skateboarding. Fixing to. Because we got somebody that joined on that wants to get a GoPro for their skateboarding. Go for it, definitely. I've heard of some of the adventures you guys have on those. I've seen some of them that my son has done, and that is, I commend y'all for being able to stand on a board and go that fast downhill. I mean, I can roller skate, but I cannot. I mean, I can do like a little bit of skateboarding, but you get me on a big hill and I stop. So I did have my son teach me how. Oh, good night. He started whenever he was 10. So it was about 6-7 years ago. I will tell my age because I don't care. You're only as old as you feel. So yeah, that was interesting learning how to skateboard at almost 30. Yep. So.
That was like a decade ago.
5,600 feet. All about mountain, year and a half band training myself. That's what he did. Ice hockey, skateboards can't go that bad. Yeah, my son, he would go and he trained himself on how to do it, and I just pretty much give him a skateboard and was like, here, go. And so him learning and then me learning at the same time. DT, I don't know about, skateboards and playing ice hockey. I've been on ice skates before. That's a whole different game. Your ankles, my goodness. Of course, you can roll your ankles in any of it. But that
good ice skates have good ankle support.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do it barefoot.
Well, I don't know. I had just rented them whenever we went. I never played ice hockey. So if he did, it's all about keeping balance. True. Technically, I'm a newbie back in the 80s. Like 70s skateboards. Yeah, they didn't. I know, and they can get expensive too. You gotta get the right wheels. We looked into any of that.
See, this is where you make a boomer comment. They said 70s and 80s. You weren't born yet.
I was born. I'm not gonna. Like I said, age is just a number. We got, millennial over here. I'm a millennial, but of a different.
So am I. I'm not in my mom's basement.
No. You got a comment about your Anatolians. Am I getting one to mix with my farm protection dog?
Well, many will be having babies. There is a bunch of people that want puppies, including one that's going to stay here in the household. Not that Johnny's keeping a puppy.
No, Johnny doesn't get to keep a puppy on this one.
Can aliens be millennials? Yeah, because we're millennials ahead of the human race. Ooh, that was so good. So quick.
You're comparing yourself to humans, though.
Right. The subspecies.
Whatever.
This is Wilma. She's cave woman. Me named Ugg.
I'll beat you over the head. So.
But Randy, her daughter, is going to keep a puppy. And
Yep.
then I have several people in Colorado that have first on puppies. And then a bunch of interest in puppies. But it's going to be first come, first serve.
Yeah. One including the house. So whenever she gets hers.
Yeah, after the first 3, then it's first come, first serve.
Yep. Don't waste the space. Kebab
It doesn't say waste.
house. You don't want the space kebab house. No, I don't want a space kebab house.
That's but a castle. Right, because I lost my spaceship. If I build another spaceship, then it has to have the Invisi shield. And then I accidentally leave the button on again, then I lose my house. So
we're getting a castle.
then that way I can always find it. That was for aliens. Yep, we do.
Yeah. We've already discussed plans on building a house, so
She'll be on the back 40. I'll be up front.
Get my little plot of land. And I'll be hunting morels and riding the horses.
Give her 2 acres for a deer to cross through.
We already picked that.
Found it in the Mars pic. See?
Yeah. Send me a picture. That way I can tell him cross it out. Oh, it's on Mars. Never mind. It's comical around here. And it only gets interesting. We kind of learned that last night with my sister. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, sis. She got to go to dinner with us and get amazed at the hibachi guy cooking for us. Almost good conversation. They actually got to meet Johnny for the first time. Well, not my sister, my brother-in-law. Brother-in-law's always been busy working, so. But you have thrown me off. You're over here.
I know, I'm good at it.
Yeah. You should do a video for your landscaping. No pause, Clark clips. Well, I don't ever catch him. Whenever he does go skateboarding, he tells me, "Thanks, DT. I need to focus." He does need to get a GoPro. He's at that age where he's, venturing out and spreading his wings. So, like, between leaving the house and doing his own thing. So, hopefully.
He did skateboard in Colorado and skateboarded in Kansas.
Got to
when we did the road trip.
Yep. That was one of our things, skateboarding in every state. Kind of like, you doing an activity. And he's skateboarded in Florida.
And
Mississippi.
And for those of you wondering about Colorado, we plan on going to Colorado probably in June, not May. Because of this device right here, the incubator, which we still got to figure out. Yeah, you can show.
I can't open it, yeah. No.
You dropped the temperature.
I don't know if you can see the eggs, but you can see.
You won't be able to.
You can see the incubator, and it's got 1, 2. There's like 3 rows down there.
And only 2 rows are filled with eggs.
It is running, but don't tell me to go catch it.
That's an old.
It is an old joke. I know that one. Because I went to school.
I got my education.
Yeah, on Mars. But there are, how many, like 30?
Now you're up to 6. Man, you're pulling everybody in today.
Because they seen the last episode and I was like, go ahead, DT, you can have better jokes. I'm not the one to have jokes.
K-woman, sounds like me talking.
He only gets to say those every once in a while. Otherwise, we have to get back on track. He doesn't get to make too many cave woman comments.
I'll let you focus again. If you can.
So, yeah, we'll have to delay going to Colorado because we've got the emu eggs going. So, that's something to look into. What?
And the people that want baby emus, let them know they have to stay for the first 3 months or whatever.
3 to 6 months, I think. Well, yeah. So, there's...
Since we got people wanting them there, too.
Yeah, so we'll be able to sell those, and if you want an emu egg, we'll keep you up to date. Don't lose your house. If I lose mine, it's because I sold. Gee whiz. Yeah, that I don't even know on respond. Don't lose your house if I lose mine. Well. This one, yeah, we can't lose the house on that one. The snow helps keep you away too. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. So back to the emu eggs, I'm focusing. We do have quite a bit. Whenever those come up for sale, you guys will be able to see. Thank you. Thanks, No Pause. Have fun. Glad you joined us. Join us next week. So, and you can watch today's Homesteader through the week and see other video clips that Johnny does. But on the emu eggs, we'll keep you up to date on how they're going. They should start hatching if they have fertilized, which they should, because reading on doing some research, the only reason they lay eggs is if they're fertilized. So hopefully we got them in time. We should have, because it's past the snow and everything. So about the first week of May, we should start hearing some, seeing some of the emu babies start popping out. And then we got a rotation because for like 3 weeks we kept, collecting eggs.
There you go. We can do the unboxing too. So that's
Awesome. So, but if you do want emu eggs, they do have to be cared for the first couple months because they cannot regulate their body temperature until they lose their stripes. So they have to have a heat lamp, any kind of birds. So, bye DT, thanks for joining. So whenever they lose, their stripes, they can, and they've been nourished enough, they can come home. So those things, we'll just post them and y'all be able to see it. So, and some of the nourishment, they do have to have certain kind of feed. Said that to no pause. Oh, okay. Thanks, you're still with us. But here is the feed that baby emus survive well on, because actually they are very particular on the nutrition that they get for the first at least 6 months of life. And it's called, what is that called?
It's fed by zoos. For those of you wondering about Rex the kangaroo, Missouri is who you get kangaroo food through as well.
So he gets feed from both places. So knowing that we were possibly be having some emu eggs, we started to order those. And
this is just a crushed pelletized feed that has all the protein ratios and everything else that baby emus need. So hopefully we have baby emus, because with shipping and stuff, this was $50 for the bag just about.
Yep, and if they don't get that type of nutrition from birth, they could develop some defects and not get enough nutrients to develop correctly, and you'll have all kinds of birth defects, which a learning experience there, another one. So, because like they can, if they don't walk right, it can not make them, develop to where their feet walk right, and if they have a weird gait or something, it can actually be damaging, and you'd have to, they wouldn't survive. So, apparently their nutrition, their first little bit into their life matters. Of course, with all things, even with like babies. So that'll be exciting. We've got to find a place here because we obviously can't leave them at the homestead. So it's going to be interesting. Max, he comes over and he likes my cats. He would like to, he calls them, fast food. So I'm wondering how he's going to do with the babies. But we'll have to set up something here so they can grow for us. Last week we had went out and shown my mom the property. I don't know if I think I put a couple pictures up, but oh really, good idea, keep them in a pup tent. I have an 8-man tent. So if all of those produce, that might be something we could do. Yeah, because I don't want to put them outside on my porch because the neighbors have some dogs that they don't keep up. So thanks for the tip. I'll tell Johnny about that, and we'll have to see about it. So hopefully we should have quite a few. I can't remember if there's like 30 or 40 that we've got in there. So hopefully they all hatch, and look forward to taking pictures of them. But supposed to get a better camera. That's one thing we're going to do whenever we go down to Colorado, is pick up a camera. But we can't do that until after the eggs are hatched, and then it looks like we may have a mama pig gonna have babies. So springtime, they're all having babies. So hopefully we have a lot of new life going on, and eager to take pictures of those. But yeah, so we had went out and show mom property after we had gotten the fence open and everything, and I have been trying to get close to the donkeys. For some reason they want to do their own thing. Of course, Johnny's been around them all this time, but my mom goes out there, and I'm sitting there waiting for her. We're going to go through one of the fences to get to the rest of the property, to where the animals are. And she's in there, and I look, and the horses are walking by, and then all of a sudden, she's got all the donkeys, and they're loving her. I don't know what it is, but they just come up beside her, and she started petting them, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with her." But every time I go near them, they take off. I'm not sure what their deal is. So hopefully we get some more baby donkeys, because that'll be pretty. But and then last week, whenever Johnny come in, I was gonna update you on a couple of my things. We got the hummingbird feeders out at my house, and so we're having to do two different things: work at his property and get stuff set up. Got a lot of, and then come over here and do some setup. Got my hummingbird feeders out. Saw my first hummingbird feed last week whenever we were fixing to do the video Saturday, and so I'm excited that they're going to start migrating through. I usually get about 3 or 4 that stay around. Now my grandparents, I've been out to their property, and they have like maybe 5 feeders, and there was literally 30 to 40 hummingbirds just zooming through. I don't have the video to that anymore. If I find it, I'll upload it, but I think I deleted it because it's using too much of my data. And then, so, also, my plants took a turn. I planted some flower pot plants, and the only thing that I've got left is some butternut lettuce that has survived, because the neighbors' animals are all around and have dug up into my flower beds and pulled them out. I've got my garlic growing. That's growing good. So I was kind of interested if that was going to work, because they were all dried out and I had never grown them before. So I put them in the ground. 2 weeks later, you can start seeing them get revived. So I got green sprouts coming up on those. So excited for fresh garlic, because we both eat garlic, and so does my daughter on our food. So excited about that. So, but I am going to go and grab 2 of the pots and put some tomatoes in, so I can at least have fresh tomatoes, and maybe only 3 of your garlic sprouted. Mine oddly I put about 3, 6, 9 in the ground, and all but 3 of them sprouted. So because I don't have a lot of room to work with, I just did that. I did get some onions from the same lady that gave me the garlic, but I let them sit on the porch and didn't get to get them in the ground, just because I don't have the room. I'm doing the flower pot stuff, and after seeing the animals had tore up mine, I'm just a little disgusted on that. So I'll have to either get some fencing or some lattice and throw that on there to where, and the mesh fencing with the black stuff. I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about that do gardening or anything, or some lattice to where they can at least grow out of there, and then animals and cats, because fence the grow beds. Yeah. So, and that's how my garlics are. They're in a little area, which I guess none of the animals care for, so they're the ones that are surviving, plus my 4 little lettuce plants. But I am going to throw the big pots that I've got and put some tomatoes in there, because at least have some tomatoes and lettuce, so I'll have my salad no matter what I got going. And also went up and picked up, Mother's Day is coming up, so don't forget that, fellas. If you're watching, you make sure you do something special for your mom. You don't have to buy her anything, spend time with her. You know, that's what I was contemplating. I'm like, do I buy her something? But you know, as an adult, you don't get to spend as much time, especially when life is going. And so I got a little bit of a project that Johnny probably doesn't know about. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Vicky. That's not, I lost the kids' dad. Their mom passed away about 11 years ago, and it's been, no, 10 years ago, because this is 2021. She passed away in 2011. And we had been together. I'd known her for 10 years. And that's hard, you know, when you know somebody that close. I can only imagine, you know, I can't imagine what you go through. So for those that don't, you know, have their mom with them, my hearts go out to you. But, you know, and that's, you know, as far as like spending time, you want to spend time with them. So I've got a little bit of a project for Johnny to help me with. I have a bench that my my great grandma had at her property whenever we were growing up. It had the metal sides and the wood bench part, and I just remember that bench, when she was growing up. Well, she had passed away in '08, so that's my great grandma. I loved her to death. She was like grandma to me, and so it was odd, just the other day I had one of my coworkers had a bench similar to that, that they had in the back of their car. So whenever I had my mom, she had dropped something off, and she's like, "Oh, I want that." So I got a project for him. Let's see if I can go find it. I'll show you what I've got. Hey sis, will you mute that for a second? Okay, don't listen. I'm not gonna show I'm not showing y'all. Respect the privacy. Oh, you see my bird feeders. Hold on. I think you can see my bird feeders. Yep. There's my hummingbird feeders. Dun, dun. And I have neighbors, but they're not the ones that have the dogs. I'm not going to show you those. I'm surprised. They treed my cat the other day. And I love this area because we are still kind of out away from the highway, still out in kind of the country because we can shoot fireworks off. I love it. And no cops aren't going to be called because you can't shoot in town. But that's what I'm talking about, the metal. So it's like all dilapidated. Not that's Johnny's. This one, it's got the metal, and then this thing is broke. So, but that's plastic. I don't think I like that part of it. And if I could, but it only has two spots, one right there and one right there, where I can actually attach something. So either I get like really long boards and block that, because I don't have a machine to do the curve, as you can see. But thought that was pretty neat. That's kind of like what my grandmother had, So I got new boards, and so he's gonna have to help me do that. He doesn't know that yet, but I'd take you over there and show you my plants. But the ground is wet and I don't want to get out in the water. And I go watch Max so he don't bolt out the door and tell the other dogs that they can't come over and play. So hopefully go back in my kitchen. I stopped yesterday after work and went to the store and got some, there was about 4 of the long ones. There were 4, the 2x8, 2x2x8 foot, and I got those cut in half. I don't have a skill saw here, and to surprise Johnny, I had him cut it at the store because I don't have a skill saw, and I didn't have the saw, but I need a drill, and I'm gonna have to sand it and stain it. So I gotta get some sandpaper because I don't have that stuff right now. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't think I'm going to paint it that teal color anymore, or I'm not going to repaint it to the teal color. I've got to find out what color my mom stained, because the one my great grandmother had, she had taken it and restored it. We had it at the house, and then I give it to her and she restored it. So this one, I'm going to go see what kind of stain that she used without telling her, and give that to her for Mother's Day. So
she watches your video and knows what you're doing.
She's not going to watch my video. I don't think my mom has seen any of my videos. She's not into social media as far as being a YouTube follower or anything like that. So I can say that on here, and she's not going to find out. I do have other family that watches it. So if you're watching this now or later, hi, love ya. Use gray. Hey, that's a good idea. And it's not treated lumber that I had gotten. It's just regular, it's untreated. So of course I got to stain it and everything, so nothing's been done to it. I want it to last long, so if I need to treat it first, let me know. with anything, some like Thompson seal or something like that. I don't know. But I'll get that. So I'll have to have, when we go out there, I'll talk him into bringing his drill home, and then we'll stop and get a sander and work that up. So that, I figured that was the best idea, and then probably go, pallet wood is usually okay if you can find any. No, and I went to the store and bought just the 1x2 or the 2x2, and got those. I was at work and I'm like looking at on my phone what the prices were, because I know lumber has gone crazy out there, and it was like oak. I don't know if it's oak. I don't think it is, because it doesn't have that feel to it. It's kind of a lighter, so it may be pine. It's lighter on the weight, but I was worried that I was going to spend like $8 a board, because I was looking at those. Oh, pallet wood is oak. I've worked with pallet wood. Not crazy about using those because of all the work that goes into it. There are some projects you can do that are easy with them, but I like using those for my garden and stuff. But I'm not going to go pay money for it. I know people are selling them. So, Max, we don't need cat food. We don't need cat food. We had an incident with that one, because Minnie got a hold of the cat food and it upset her stomach the next morning. Yeah, so she cleared the house. But I got the wood, and then yeah, we've done pallet. I'm not going to use the pallet on that, but I only paid like $3 a board, so it didn't come out very bad. It was like $2.87, but I was worried I was going to pay $8 a board since the price of lumber's gone up. And that's another thing we were talking about on building the house, on using anything like that. And he's talking about using cement, so hopefully that'll save some money there. But yeah, otherwise. But last week after we had went and I had put my hummingbird feeders out and we had taken them onto the property, we stopped at one of the rivers on the Buffalo, Baker's Ford, and me and my, I didn't think so, DD, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Because especially when you have to cover a big area. I know I've worked with some customers that they've used cement on laying some, I mean, you just even laying foundation. There you go. I could talk him into just cutting the trees down, but actually can't, because there's not a lot of the big trees. That property had been logged years ago, so there's not a lot of big trees out there. Would say we could use those to build a house, which my grandparents did. I believe they used some of their logs out there. I know they did on their porch, had taken the trees on the property and built their porch, and it looks really awesome because they've done, they've built their houses before, and have a neck for that. So kind of interested to see how that goes. If you tell me the direction to go, I'll do that, but coming up with the neck for building and putting that picture in my head of what I would like depends on what it is. So we'll see how well Johnny likes working with me on that one. We worked well with the fence for the most. Communication was our biggest key, which did, we worked on that, so learned a lot about each other on that. But back to my going down to the creek, we went down to the creek bed and looked at it, and Johnny was showing me how pretty it was, and it was big open body water. I think one of his, he went and brought one of his friends from Colorado that whenever he moved down here and showed her. But it was nice and cool. So it was hot out that day, about 74, and we jumped in, me and my daughter and her friend. The chop saw works on wood. Yeah, I'll see what he's got. He's got the tools, so he's got a project to help me with. But he didn't think I would go and stop by and get any wood. He didn't know if I was going to let it sit there or not. Exactly, right? So I have, I don't have to have all that. I have enough to get me by. I have a hammer, a crescent wrench, pliers. Yeah, so I'm good. A screwdriver, a Phillips, and a plier. And if I get any other tools, it's because it came with the parts of whatever I bought to put together. But now that he's along, I can get him for his tools and have him do projects for me. So not the only one, but did that. And then as far as anything, even torches and a welder. That's nice. I have family that does welding, so that's awesome. I've not used any of their equipment. I grew up around it though, because my grandparents and my uncles all did any kind of welding. So, and they're good at fabrication and things like that. So it was nice. But as far as what we're gonna do, I'm kind of excited for the day to go out and hopefully we can have another video or a live stream. Service work. What kind of service work? But oh yeah, so you probably have to have a lot of tools.
Mention Sunday Monday vlog on Monday and ask what people thought of our new beginning and ending.
Oh.
Since you worked on that.
Yeah. Thanks for the topic there. There's so the Sunday Monday vlog that we did, I got to see the process of that, and I know I had said something about like not doing recorded videos because that looks like a lot of work. I'm an engineer, but I fix big machines. Oh wow, so that's a good trade. That's a good trade. I try to tell my son to get into a trade too, because you're always going to have to, especially the way things are going. Transportation, the truck driving, anything that runs America. I mean, you would have jobs. Just gotta be willing to work. So many people are not willing to work right now because they think, well, I'm not going to get on that topic. But yeah, that's a good trade, and that's what I was telling my son. You've got to get into doing something like mechanics or something. But on big machines, yeah, you definitely, there's a need for that because I've seen some of the equipment, tractor equipment and things like that. That is true too. They have to be willing to pay. So you got to, as long as you know your worth, and get paid for the job that you do. That's always hard, especially depending on the area that you live in. So, but tell us how you like the Sunday Monday vlog. That one, I got to learn how the editing process works, and was sitting there, and we had filmed it that day on Sunday, and went out and then come home that evening and was watching him do all the editing. And I was talking about probably not going to be doing recording ones. I would like to at some point do recorded version, and then that way I can stay more on topic and show you guys interesting things, because I like how you cut. But as far as the beginning and ending on the versions, so it takes time, just like photography. I was looking at that detail, as far as being able to learn your stuff of what you're doing. But the beginning and ending, we both worked on music and videos, but the time it does take time. So it would be something, I'd have to learn slow, or start slow. Sorry, they're distracting me in there. I can hear them talking. And that's another thing. There was distractions. Having to get the recording on there. You have to have it quiet. So that's one thing we're looking at. He's already got planned out on the house is a workroom, which will be good to where you can have that privacy to, edit clips and things like that. So do look interested to get towards that and get a better camera, so I can upload some awesome pictures. Okay, yeah, definitely put a link in there and I'll come back and look at it. So I'm excited. I'm glad you guys are joining me this morning. Happy Saturday morning. So gonna finish working on my coffee this morning. I've got my breakfast, as you can see in the background. I gotta clean them up, because we did breakfast on the go. Johnny made cinnamon rolls this morning. All right, yeah, upload it, and I'm not sure how you're gonna upload it, if on here or to email or whatever, because I only have access to this part. Well, but not the emails. I've got access on today's Homesteader YouTube page. So sounds good, DT. But thanks for joining us today. Check out our Sunday Monday vlog and check out today's Homesteader. If you not liked it or subscribed to it, you can keep up with what we're doing. If you like what we're doing, leave comments, and we'll just kind of update you as the progress grows on the emu eggs and the animals, and hopefully we got new babies because it's springtime.
It's so much more comfortable.
Thanks, DT. I am so going to be happy exploring today, and hopefully I've got some good pictures and videos that I could upload to show you what we've done today. So,
Surprise! We're going to work.
yeah.
No mushroom hunting. We're gonna go to work now.
Oh, yeah.
I changed my mind.
Oh, that's okay. I changed my mind. All of a sudden I'm tired. I feel like I've got a cold.
You better finish saying goodbye. Alien is back. See y'all later. Enjoy.
Bye.